Well done for making it to the end of this week of Qigong Intensive to start the year, to start 2022. And we started off the week with our fire element, which is the sense of finding your true self. And then we went into our earth element, our sense of purpose, our metal element, our appreciation of the moment or the time. And yesterday, our water element, our flow, our connection, our ability to adapt to change. And today we finish with the final of the 5 elements, which is our wood element. And wood element is about your kind of true path, finding initiative, finding a way to move and being able to continue to move rather than getting stuck. So we'll start in a seated position. And as we always do, just give yourself all the time you need to arrive onto the mat. This idea of practicing, just taking a little bit of time each day in our busy lives to allow our body to imprint this feeling of stillness and calm. And sometimes we really easily forget that when we're planning, when we're always doing or busy, we are inviting stress and tension into our body, into our mind. We create a gap between who we are and who we want to be. And when we're still, when we're here, when we're present, we are in a place of healing. So just take a few moments to notice that feeling of stillness. You might just let your shoulders be heavy. You might just relax and soften all the muscles in the face. Just take on a little smile and notice that feeling. And if it feels a little unfamiliar, then probably means that you're thinking all the time, busy thinking and inviting stress and tension into the face, that busyness of constant thought, constant stimulation. Body needs time to repair. So just feel into that smile, that relaxed or softened muscles in the face. Take a breath, let it go. And you might start just by tuning into sounds around you, sounds outside of the room. Maybe the birds or the traffic. And then you might notice sounds inside your space, the hum of an appliance or maybe your own breath. And then bring your attention inside the body. Maybe notice the surface you're sitting on. It might be a block or carpet, a mat, whatever the texture is, notice it. Maybe the feeling under your fingers or the taste in your mouth. And if the mind starts planning, just notice that too. Every time you leap ahead, every time we're jumping ahead, we're denying ourselves this ability just to enjoy life as it is in this moment. Let's take our arms down by the side of the body, turn the palms forward. And we'll take a breath, lift up, feel like we're inviting in new learning, new energy, new habits. And when you get to the top of the breath, let go any busyness, any thoughts, any heaviness. And then just follow the rhythm of your own breath. And next time your palms come down, you might drop your chin down to your chest. Blink the eyes open if they're closed and slowly raise the chin up. So our wood element is our liver and gallbladder meridian lines. We'll discover where they are in a moment, but we'll just start with a few key acupressure points. Gallbladder is kind of runs down the side of our head, the shoulders, the neck, the hips, all down the side of our legs. And it's kind of the decision maker of the body. So if we're thinking too much, trying to solve too many problems, getting too frustrated or impatient or angry, or tends to be, we get stuck. So let's just explore a few of these points. We'll start with Gallbladder 8, the Tai Yang spot, and it's just on the side of your head. If you trace from the outside of your eyebrows in that kind of natural indent in the side of the head, you might like to just take some small circles here, just pressing into that indent. Tuck in your chin a little and feel the back of the head long, spine long, shoulders heavy. And this is a point for calm and for focus. You might just take a few breaths. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to bring our fingers behind the ears and come down. There's just under the ear, there's a big kind of bone just at the back of the ear. Just come right underneath this. This is the end point. And we'll just come underneath that bone, kind of pressing up, lifting up. And you might press a little into the side of the neck as well. Just allow crown of the head to lift and spine to feel long. Take a few breaths here. And then we'll take our fingers in about an inch so that they find the big bone right at the base of the skull. This is our occiput. And come underneath that bone. So it's the bit where your kind of head connects to your neck, hard to miss. And just explore if you're not quite sure. And you might press into the side of the neck and underneath that bone, maybe take some small circles. And this is gallbladder number 20, the Feng Shi point or the wind pool. And big place where we hold a lot of tension, a lot of stress. And if you'd like to go deeper here, you're very welcome to. You can interlace the fingers and draw the heel of the palm into the side of the neck. This is exploring our scalene muscle, that kind of ropey muscle down the side of the neck. Or you can just keep onto that Feng Shi point. All right, let's keep tracing our gallbladder meridian. The very next spot on that meridian line, we trace it down the outside, and we're going to come across the body with one arm. And we're looking for a spot that's kind of halfway between the neck and the shoulder joint, right on the top of the shoulder. So there's a spongy big muscle called the trapezius that runs across your shoulder joint and down alongside your spine. So just explore this muscle, and about halfway you might find a spot of muscle tension or tightness. And when you do, just hold the fingers in there. Take a breath. And if you'd like to explore this a little more, you might start to move the opposite arm. Just explore any direction that feels right to you. You might take the arm behind and in front. Lift the arm overhead. You might roll the palm over and back. So just explore and notice where the tension, the tightness might be in the body. If your body has no tightness and tension at all, then that would be very surprising. Pretty much all of us hold tension in this part of the body. There's 17 different muscles attached to our shoulder joint. They all work for us all day, every day. And quite often they get stuck or sore, tight. So just explore and keep breathing. And when you're ready, just switch over to the other side. Just shake that arm out and then let it be heavy. Whenever you're ready, just sweep the arm over to the other side. And just like before, we're going to find halfway between neck and shoulder joint on the top of the shoulder blade. Any point of tightness or tension, there might not be just one, there might be many. You might feel like there's no points that aren't tight or tense. Just find them, hold them, and then start to move the opposite arm. So in this way, we're just helping our energy, our chi, flush back through the meridian lines in the body, allowing things to flow, allowing ourselves to move towards healing and ease and calm, well-being. There's a Chinese medicine story, and there's a famous doctor, and all of his patients in the hospital love him. He works in the biggest hospital, and one day the government comes to try and give him an award, and he said, I can't accept your award because there's a greater doctor than me, my brother. He treats people so effectively that they never end up needing to go to hospital. You should go and give the award to him. And the government says, where do we find him? And then the doctor says, well, actually, he's not even the greatest doctor. There's someone even greater. There's another person who treats people just by using their breath and regulating their nervous system and becoming aware of their habits, learning about their body. He treats people, so not only do they not need to go to the hospital, but they don't get sick nearly as often. And nobody knows his name, and nobody takes any notice of him because he solves problems before they exist. So this doctor is the doctor of Chinese medicine, of preventative health. Let's shake that arm out. And you might like to just roll both shoulders. Maybe come back the other direction. And let's turn our chin towards our shoulder. Just sigh out, let it open out. And then inhale to come back to the middle and sigh out other way. Maybe one more each direction. And when you're ready, we're going to slowly come up to stand, but take all the time you can. No rushing, just roll over if you're sitting, or slowly come up if you're on a chair. Take your time. Head comes up last of all. And we'll start today just by bringing our attention under the feet, letting our arms be heavy. Take a breath in, sigh out. So we just learned our gallbladder starts, comes behind the shoulders. Let's trace it all the way down, outside the hips, outside of the legs. And then our liver meridian starts just in between our big toe and our first toe on the top of the foot. And then it comes up the inside of the line of the leg. So you might just like to trace it up. Both legs inside the shin bone, inside the femur bone, up into the front of our body. Let's start just by letting our arms be loose and let's turn side to side. No effort. Just allow the movement of your spine to let the arms go from side to side. If you feel good here and you want to go a little deeper, you might start to lift your heel. And this will just help your knees soften and your lumbar spine twist a little more. So I'm going to do this if your knee is feeling pretty good. And then we're going to just allow our arms to go a little wider and higher. And this time you might start to take your hand all the way across to the opposite shoulder. So you're sort of patting yourself on the back. Connecting with some of our gallbladder points. And we'll slowly come back to the center. Just let your arms slowly come back to the sides. We'll take both arms in front of the body and just slowly lift them up. And then we'll turn the fingers in towards each other. Curl the thumb in a little. Fingers are slightly apart. And let your shoulders be heavy, or hands heavy, elbows heavy. So you might feel like you're kind of hugging a tree in front of the body. And see if you can bring your attention into the heels. So the weight is in the back of the body. We're going to tuck our chin in. And you should feel the back of the knees be soft. So knees are just slightly bent. Tailbone tucked under a little. And once you're here, just come to focus on your breath. So this is an active meditation called Zanzhuang, which pretty much translates as standing like a tree. And many people do this every day, stand in this shape. And you'll notice if you stand for a long time in this shape, you'll start dripping with sweat. It's very active, even though we're entirely still. Leg muscles are switched on. Arm muscles are switched on, chest is working. So many things in the body working hard, even though we're not moving, we're not trying to do anything or get anywhere. So you might just take a few breaths to notice this feeling. So often we think the more we do, the more we achieve, but we just end up stuck in our habits, in the patterns of our lives. And you might take a moment just to notice the point at which your mind tells you arms are heavy, they need to come down. If that hasn't already happened, it will soon, sometime. And just notice that message and just take another breath. We don't always have to run towards pleasure and run away from discomfort. We can show our body how to cope or be resilient. So we'll just take a few more breaths. We won't do this for 10 minutes today, but maybe you can try it another day. And when you're ready, one last breath. And then slowly bring the arms back by the side. And you might like to just shake out arm, shake out leg. All right, so today we're going to do some water element forms, and we'll start this very simple form, and this is the tiger form from the 5 animal frolics. So I invite you to start by just creating kind of claws in your hands. And notice as you create this kind of claw shape that all these muscles will switch on. You'll feel muscles in your arms, in your chest. So you can't really tense your fingers without inviting the rest of your body in. And I like to always think of the cat jumping from the tall tree in the backyard and landing many, many meters down on all 4 legs. And why doesn't the cat's bones break when it does this? It can fall a long way, many, many times its body height. And we all know if we fell the same distance that we wouldn't survive. We would be a pile of bones on the ground. But the cat has the ability to relax everything, to let go. Pretty much we only feel that way when we're drunk usually. And so just notice this feeling of tension in the body and then just let it go, let everything go. And notice the feeling of ease. And this first form, this tiger form, we're going to explore this. So we start back with our claws. We're going to inhale, let that tension go, draw energy into the heart, and then turn the palms and push up. And then we're going to invite the tension back in. And then let it go, inhale into the heart, sigh out, push down. So we're just exploring this movement between tension, inhaling into the heart, letting go of the tension, and then sighing out, pushing up. Invite the tension back in, inhale back into the heart, and then let go. So just try a few more in your own time. And your eyes follow the fingers. One more time. The second half of the tiger form, we turn our palms in, we draw energy into the heart. And then as we sigh out, press the hands forward and drop the weight in the back of the body, stretching. And then we're going to inhale to draw energy in as our legs straighten. And then we sigh out to push behind. Inhale, energy coming in. Exhale, pushing out, weight shifts back. Inhale, straighten up, get tall, tuck that chin in. And sigh out, let it go, leave it behind. So let's just flow in our own time. One more round. And let's bring our arms back by the side of the body. Just take a moment to notice this flow of energy and chi. That was a strong form. Take a breath out. And when you're ready, we'll draw our elbows into the side of the body, palms faced up. And this form, we're going to take a breath in as we take one hand. Let's take our right hand behind the head. Keep your eyes on the fingers as we draw it across the body to our opposite shoulder. And then we're tracing our gallbladder meridian down the side of the body, sigh out, let it go, trace across the floor, and then we lift back up. Once we come up to stand, we take a breath in and we switch sides. Keep your eyes on the fingers as you trace it across and down the gallbladder meridian. Emptying out, sighing out. Pause the breath as you trace the floor. Slowly bring the head up. And then we inhale, other side. So just take your time tracing the meridian line with the fingers and following the fingers with your eyes. So your hand guides the movement of your spine. And if it feels like a long breath, just ease into it. Find space within the pause of the breath. Inhale as we lift up. And then exhaling as we lower down. And the more attention you can bring to the pause in the breath, the better you will feel at the top of the breath. And now the pause at the bottom of the breath. And we'll slowly come back up to stand. Let's wrap one hand over the other on the front of the body. Take a few breaths. You might like to tell yourself, I am home, or I have arrived. Let's draw the two palms towards each other in the center of the body, not quite touching. Just notice that energy in between the palms. We'll take a breath in. As we sigh out, push one hand across the body. Inhale to come back to the middle. And then we switch hands. Keep the elbow tucked into the ribs. You want to be pushing your palms slightly facing down. So you're pushing across and down. Chin tucked in. Feel like you're keeping your weight in the center of the body, but your shoulder is rolling across. Usually this is called pushing the mountain or something like that. And feeling is that you're pushing a heavy weight across the body. Do one more each side. And we'll meet back in the center, wrap the palms one on top of the other. Just noticing the feeling of returning to center, this idea of harmony and balance. Life always takes us off center. The chaos of the world will always make us feel like we need to be running in different directions. Notice the feeling of just coming back to your center, what we can control rather than what we can't. The next form we'll do in a warrior stance. So we're going to step our right foot in front and take your left foot behind, turn the toes in a little, and just find a comfortable kind of distance where you feel fairly stable from side to side. So you might need to take your feet a little wider. Bend that front knee so it's on top of the ankle. And we're going to inhale to draw energy in towards our hips, and then turn our palms, little fingers towards each other, side out. So inhale and exhale. We're leaning back as we draw energy in, chest is open, and then we're sighing out as we shift forward. So this is a form called the monkey presenting fruit. We usually think of the monkey as mischievous mind, swinging from thought to thought, from tree to tree, always telling us we need things, we want things, we'll only be happy if things change in our life. Why is the monkey presenting fruit? Because this is how we bring ourselves back into balance, not through finding the answer to our frustrations and anger, but through kindness and generosity. So feel the openness of the chest as you draw energy in, and we lean forward, open-hearted, kind, generous. Let's step our back leg forward. We're just going to switch to the other side. Take a moment to find your balance, find your center. And whenever you feel ready, inhale, leaning back, turn the palms. We're going to change it up a little bit, inviting the energy now towards our shoulders. Inhale, bring the hands towards the heart, and then turn the hands out, flying out. So inhale and exhale. You might notice a slightly different feeling when you're welcoming energy towards the upper body as opposed to the lower body. One more time. Let's step the right foot forward. We'll switch back to the first side. And when you feel stable, inhale and exhale. Let's step the legs back. And you might just draw the palms back. This is my goal. This is my destination. Just sighing out. In each stillness, we create a pattern, not of solving problems or fixing or controlling, or trying to manipulate the future. The pattern is one of trust and intuition, trusting the body's healing capacity, trust ourselves to know what we need to do. And our final form today, we're going to step out into a horse stance. So take your feet a little wider than your mat, a little wider than your hips, bend the knees a little, tuck your tailbone under. We're going to straighten our right leg as we breathe in. You can just ignore and mirror me if you like. And then as we sigh out, we take our nose down towards the knee. Let our head be heavy. We're going to roll it right across the body to the opposite knee, and then we're going to inhale as we roll up and straighten the left leg, and then sigh out to come back up to center. We'll inhale to roll down, left leg is straight this time. Exhale, nose to knee. So this is usually called swinging the tail, or wagging the tail and swinging the head. Inhale as you come back up, and then sighing out to straighten up. So take your time, rolling the shoulder back if you can as you straighten the leg. Really letting go as you swing your head. And then sighing out as you come back up straight. It's a strong sensation, and it doesn't matter how low you get or what range of movement you have, just allow your body to sink into this kind of feeling of letting go. Head is heavy. We're rolling through our shoulders, through our hips, all these points of the body that hold tension and tightness. And we're slowly allowing our body to flow a little more. One more time. We'll step back. And you might like to just shake out arms, shake out legs. Thank you for joining us for the Qigong Intensive this week. We'll be doing lots more Qigong if you want to join any other classes. And let's just finish today. We'll just bring our palms together, create a little bit of heat. And you might like to just bring the palms up to the face and take a big sigh. And just thank yourself for coming to the mat each and every day that you do. And we're going to finish today's meditation with a short meditation of metta. So just come down to a seated position whenever you're ready. Each time we do metta meditation, we start with a picture of ourselves. So you might like to just however you see yourself, maybe sitting right here, right now, or just create a picture in your own mind. And if you would like to, just say these words in your own mind. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be healthy and well. May I be peaceful, calm, and at ease. And may I be happy. Next, we turn our metta to somebody that's been in our thoughts, somebody that might be struggling or having a difficult time at the moment. Whoever that person is, bring a picture into your mind. And we send them our metta. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be healthy and well, peaceful, calm, and at ease. May you be happy. We turn our metta towards somebody we're neutral to. It might be somebody that we never even met, just somebody we passed. May they be filled with loving kindness. May they be healthy and well, peaceful, calm, at ease. May they be happy. We take our metta to somebody that's difficult for us. Somebody that challenges us, or sometimes we believe make our life a little harder than it needs to be. Whoever that person is, bring them into your mind. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be healthy and well, peaceful, calm, and at ease. May you be happy. And last of all, we share our metta with all humans on the planet. May we all be filled with loving kindness. May we be healthy and well, peaceful, calm, and at ease. May we be happy. Let's bring our palms together. And we do this just every time to acknowledge the shared energy of coming to the mat and sharing this time together. Let's bow to each other.